The moment Brianna Carter's name flashed on my phone, a chill ran through me. My sister-in-law never texted me directly unless it was to relay a message from her mother or to nitpick something I'd supposedly done wrong. But this message was different, short, cold, and commanding. Family gathering this Sunday at Mom's. Be there at 3 p.m. sharp. It's a surprise. Don't tell Andrew. No greeting, no context, just an order. I stared at it, unease creeping in, and showed it to my best friend, Morgan. That's weird, she said, frowning. Why wouldn't Andrew know? He's practically the family's shadow. She was right. Andrew, my husband, was deeply tied to the Carters, loyal, obedient, maybe too much so. If they were planning something, he'd usually be the first to know. A surprise party? An intervention? A health scare? My gut dismissed all of those. Still, I replied, sure, I'll be there. I didn't tell Andrew. I needed to see this for myself. Sunday arrived, and I drove to the Carters' grand estate in Savannah, Georgia. A pristine mansion with white columns and a wraparound porch that masked the coldness within. Stepping inside, I knew this wasn't a friendly gathering. The living room felt like a courtroom. Andrew's parents, siblings, even his aunt and uncle from out of state sat in a semicircle, faces stern and prepared. Sit down, Vanessa, Caroline, Andrew's mother, said from her seat at the head of the room. I stayed by the doorway, arms crossed, scanning their expressions. No one looked surprised to see me. What's going on? I asked, keeping my voice steady. Richard, Andrew's father, leaned forward and slid a folder across the coffee table. We need you to sign these, he said calmly. It's for the best. I stepped closer and glanced at the top page. My heart lurched. Divorce papers. I let out a short laugh. Are you serious? Caroline's lips curled into a thin smile. You're not the right fit for our family, Vanessa. You don't share our values. You don't contribute as a wife should. And most importantly, you're a distraction to Andrew's future. Brianna, smirking, chimed in. Let's not pretend this is a shock. You know you don't belong. It hit me then. This was a coordinated ambush to force me out of my marriage. Where's Andrew? Asked, voice calm. He's not here, Richard said. He doesn't know yet. We thought it best to handle this quietly. Quietly, I echoed, raising an eyebrow. You invite me here behind his back, shove divorce papers in my face, and expect me to sign without speaking to my husband? Caroline tilted her head. It's for everyone's benefit. That's when I smiled. I reached into my bag and pulled out my own folder. Actually, I said, placing it on the table. I have a surprise too. Their faces shifted, confusion, then unease. The silence was sharp. Richard's fingers trembled as he opened my folder and flipped through the pages. His face paled. What is this? Caroline asked, voice tight. Proof, I said simply. Brianna snatched a page and gasped. How did you? I've known something was off for a while, I interrupted. I waited for the right moment to show my hand. Richard's jaw tensed. This is fake. Oh, it's real, I said. And you know exactly what you're looking at. The documents revealed years of deceit, bank records, emails, hidden transactions. The Carters had been funneling money from Andrew's accounts, using his name to cover bad investments, even putting our house up as collateral for a loan that defaulted. Andrew's uncle, silent until now, studied a page. Is this true, Richard? Richard said nothing. Caroline's hands clenched in her lap. You don't know what you've done, she whispered. Oh, I know exactly what I've done, I replied. The front door swung open. Andrew stepped inside, brow furrowed. Mom said there was a family thing. He stopped, eyes falling on the papers. What's going on? Caroline stood quickly. Andrew, sweetheart, sit down. We can explain. No, he should stand. I cut in. Your family called me here to serve divorce papers behind your back. But they didn't expect me to come with my own evidence. Andrew's eyes widened. I tapped my folder. Bank records, emails, transactions. They've been draining your accounts for years, using our house as collateral. They never told you. He picked up a page, his face paling. Dad, what is this? Richard stayed silent. They painted me as the problem, I continued, while they were stealing from you. And when I got too close to the truth, they wanted me gone. Andrew's hands shook as he read. This can't be real, he whispered. I pointed to a document that shows they used our house for a loan that defaulted. We could have lost everything. He looked at Richard. You did what? No response. Then I pulled out printed text messages. Brianna, I said, waving them. Care to explain these? Messages where you bragged about getting Andrew to sign financial documents without reading them. Her face flushed. Andrew stared at her. Is that true? She didn't answer. He looked around at his family, Caroline avoiding his gaze, Richard seething, Brianna exposed. They weren't protecting you, I said. They were using you. Andrew's breath was uneven. He set the papers down. What do we do now? I slid a pen toward him. First, you sign my papers. They weren't divorce papers. They were documents to sever his family's financial control over him. Caroline's voice trembled. Andrew, don't. We did this for you. His voice was sharp. You stole from me, lied to me, put our house at risk. She reached for him, but he pulled back. We love you, she whispered. I laughed softly. Love wrapped in lies and theft. Andrew signed the papers. The room was silent. Richard slammed the table. You're making a mistake. I met his glare. No, you did. I gathered the signed papers, took Andrew's hand, and we walked out of that cold house, away from their twisted version of love. But that was only the beginning. Phase 1. Financial fallout. I handed my evidence to a forensic accountant and a lawyer. Within weeks, the IRS launched an investigation into the Carter Group for fraudulent reports and unpaid taxes. Their Savannah estate, used as collateral for a risky venture, was seized when the business crumbled. Lawsuits piled up, partners walked away, investors fled. Caroline had a breakdown when the eviction notice arrived, clutching her pearls as if they could save her. I felt no pity. They tried to destroy me in secret. I exposed them in the open. Phase 2. Brianna's downfall. Her embezzlement, wire transfers, falsified invoices, payments to herself, was criminal. The evidence was airtight, and she was charged with fraud and identity theft. Her employer dropped her, her name blacklisted. Derek, her friend, vanished when the money dried up. She ended up in a low-level job, drowning in debt, abandoned by the family she thought would protect her. Phase 3. Divorce and freedom. The divorce was quick. Andrew didn't fight me. I got my share of the assets, including the house, but more importantly, I gained peace. No more interrogations disguised as family meetings. No more eggshells. Andrew cut ties with his family, moved out, and started over. I moved to a new city, started a new job, and built a life that was mine alone.